Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we would like to discuss what it actually takes to farm as a real estate agent. So let's take a look at what I mean and we will go from there. Number one, so when it comes to farming and starting, the right way will be to start with a small farm of about 2,500 homes. What do I mean by that? You want to be able to approach this 25 homes, go there on a quarterly basis, which means every 3 to 4 months, you're knocking on the door, you're introducing yourself, you're providing them with something of value, whether it's a notepad or jar opener, anything of value, market report, but you want to be able to create some sort of conversation about real estate, and you want to start with a smaller farm. By starting small, you're able to actually control the time and the money that is involved in actually growing your business. Once you do this for 1 year, 12 months, you go out there 3 to 4 times a year, whether it's in the mornings, in the afternoons, in the evenings, doesn't really matter. But you need to make sure that you're approaching and you're knocking on $2,500 for the first 1 year. Then, once you get their contact information, try to always add them to their Instagram, to their Facebook, so that they can continually see how you work and what you do in the area to be able to build trust. Year one, this is year one in first year. Then in the second year, what we will do, we will expand even bigger and we will add additional 2,500 homes. Okay, so right now we are having a farm of 5,000 homes. What we are doing first in year, now we're going perhaps in the mornings here with 2,500 homes, and then we're knocking on another 2,500 homes in the evenings. This is a bigger area now. Now you're expanding yourself a bit more. Now you can go here not 4 times, you can go twice a year, okay? Once in the summer, once in the winter, or once in the spring, once in the fall, and then add additional 2,500 homes where you will go 4 times a year. And now you're farming at the area of 5,000 homes. What I often do is I start with door hangers. I provide with my door hangers throughout the year on a monthly basis, but then we're also leaving notepads and we're introducing ourselves as a real estate company as the mayor of this area, as they say. So we start with door hangers, then we go in and we create a 5,000 home farm, and then this will be year 2, and then in year 3, we will add additional 2,500 homes. Additional 2,500 homes. Now we're going to be at 7,500 homes, and now we're going to be mailing out flyers just like this one. This one, as an example, is 6 by 11. We're mailing them out on a regular basis almost every 2 weeks. And then once we reach a bigger farm, we're going to reach out and start mailing out additional stuff. So imagine, as a real estate agent, I'm out there providing with a door hanger on a monthly basis. Then every 2 weeks, I'm mailing out one of those flyers. And then in addition to that, on the other weeks, once a month, I'm dropping off 30,000 flyers like this. 30,000 is a big farm, but you can only really handle about 7,500 homes where you're knocking on their doors. So here, we started with 3 to 4 times a year. Then we expanded year number 2, and this is going to be year number 3. I really don't recommend going more than that because the cost of mailing out flyers starts becoming heavy. So you want to try to keep it as little as possible in the beginning, but try to hammer them as many times as possible, and then just keep on organically grow to expand your network. But remember, the biggest and the most important thing that you can do for your business is ask yourself, how many sales are actually happening in this area, or this area, or that area? The goal should be somewhere between 5 to 6% a year. Okay, very simple. You need to make sure that there is about 5 to 6% turnover every single year in this area, because if there is only 1% or 2%, no matter how much marketing you end up doing, you will not have the sales volume to be able to sell. So you need to start growing the farm, but make sure that the farm that you end up choosing has between 5 to 6% in sales. Otherwise, move to the next farm. That's what I would do. This is what I have done, and don't learn from my mistake that I have done for years trying to farm a certain area and I'm not seeing any results, and I'm wondering Why am I not seeing results? Guess what? There was that area was selling less than 2%. So I had to pivot and change the area to something that has somewhere between the 5 to 6%. The other thing that is very important to remember, make sure you are farming an area that has condominiums, there is townhouses, there is semis, there are detached, there are more expensive homes. You want to make sure that you're diversifying your portfolio. You're not just targeting one specific area, because sometimes condos will sell a lot and other times detached homes will sell more. So you want to make sure you have a variety of homes. But again, it's all about knocking on doors. It's all about cold calling. It's all about having conversations. Imagine that you're having a conversation just like this one with a friend. Don't be that salesperson who is trying to sell them at the door, because the answer will almost always be no. There's always a gate. People will say, no, thank you, no, thank you. You want to be able to go the other way around by having conversation, introducing yourself as the area specialist. Make sure that your branding is very consistent. So here, imagine this, a larger flyer, smaller flyer, and a door hanger. The branding is very consistent. That's the only way to succeed as a real estate agent. Have an awesome one.